Hey, wrestling fans, F and True followers, and members of the YWC. Brian Crazy here, F and True Wrestling. Back at you with my Monday Night Raw Super Show review for September 12th, 2011. It was a pretty solid show. It was the last Raw before the Night of Champions pay-per-view this Sunday. We'll jump right into it. Alberto Del Rio starts off the show. Bret Hart comes down and kind of gets into him. He says he's not disrespecting him, but Del Rio doesn't know what it means to be champion. Then we see John Cena get involved, and it ends up turning out to be John Cena and Bret Hart will tag against Ricardo Rodriguez and Alberto Del Rio. So we move to the next segment. We see Jack Swagger and Dolph Ziggler go against John Morrison and Alex Riley. In the storyline, Vicky Guerrero put this match together to try to get Swagger and Ziggler on the same page, as she's interested in managing Swagger along with Dolph Ziggler, who she's managed for a year plus now. And basically, Dolph Ziggler leaves him out to the wolves, lets Jack Swagger get beat by A-Rai, and Alex Riley and John Morrison picked up the win in that match. Then we see The Miz go against Kofi Kingston. The Miz picks up the win. Then we see Michael McGillicuddy and David Otunga go against Jerry Lawler and his mystery opponent, mystery partner, who turns out to be Sheamus. Sheamus and Lawler pick up the win after Sheamus hits two huge brogue kicks, and the Celtic Cross. Then we see John Cena and Bret Hart go against Alberto Del Rio and Ricardo Rodriguez. Del Rio just leaves Rodriguez in the ring. He gets hit with an AA, and then he gets placed in the sharpshooter by Bret Hart until he submits. I do have to point out, he did tap out way too early. He should have been the sharpshooter for like 1 to 2 seconds before he started tapping. I mean, Bret's spinning the thing around. He's like, boom, 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 boom. I was like, come on. I mean, at least make it look a little more, sell it just a little bit more. I know Ricardo's, just coming up in the wrestling world, the bigger leagues. I know he's been on the indie scene for quite some time, but you got to play it off just a little bit better. Then we have Kelly go against Vicky Guerrero. This kind of happened after Vicky Guerrero ran her mouth backstage and said that she could beat Kelly. So Teddy Long just happened to be there and make a match out of it. Kelly just schooled Vicky Guerrero, hit her with a huge Thez press, and picked up the win over her. Then we go into Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. This was a great, their first match on SmackDown last week was fantastic. This match was great as well. It looked like the match was going in Randy Orton's favor until Mark Henry came out. He distracted Orton. He didn't hit him or do anything. He just distracted him, sat at ringside. And Rhodes took off the mask while the referee was distracted with Henry, smacked Orton in the face, hit the crossroads, 1, 2, 3. Cody Rhodes, the Intercontinental Champion, picked up the win over the World Champion. I think it's a fantastic idea. I think pushing Cody Rhodes is a great thing. I think building new talent is great. I think you honor the guys that have been there and put in their time, but you also build new talent because you get a couple guys out at one point in time and you lose your drawing power. So you got to constantly be thinking about the business and thinking about bringing guys up, and Cody's one of those guys that has what it takes. So after that, we see Mark Henry get in the ring and takes out Orton and holds the world title up high. Then we go into what's billed as the final showdown, final confrontation between Triple H and CM Punk. Basically a promo in the ring. They go back and forth until CM Punk goes, you know what, this is no longer CM Punk and Hunter Hearst Helmsley talking. This is Phil Brooks and Paul Levesque. That's their real names if you guys don't know out there, or if you're new to watching wrestling. But at that point, that's when the mic cuts off. Triple H gets the mic back on. CM Punk goes to talk. Mic cuts off. They get a third mic involved. When it looks like it's back on and CM Punk's about to talk, clocks Triple H in the head with it. See him walk out. Triple H is recovering in the ring, and that's how Raw ends. So we had no Kevin Nash run in. We did get to see Bret Hart, which I predicted. No Trish Stratus, but she is booked to work tonight's SmackDown taping. And unfortunately, Michelle McCool tweeted about it, but she did not show up on tonight's Raw. So I wonder if she's coming back on SmackDown, or maybe she was talking about something different. Once I find out more information, I'll let you know. So I hope I didn't hype that up for too many of her fans out there. But for F and True Wrestling, Brian Crazy, hope you enjoyed the video and have a great afternoon.